today is Hawaiian/beach day for Spirit Week. So I have some shorts and this bright shirt and my beach hat. It's another no hair day. Woo! So I've worn a hat the last 3 days. Pretty cool. Tomorrow's picture day. So my hat streak will be over. But I do have something special that I will be doing after I get my picture taken for Rock Your School Day. So stay tuned for that because that should be interesting. So last night I got all of my materials ready, like cut out and put in bags and separated and everything except one set of cards. And you'd think it's only one more set. Just keep going. I just could not do it. I could not do it because there are 10 sheets of cards, so 20 cards for each group, and I'd already done 4 groups. And I'd already cut out some other stuff before that, so I was finishing up with these, thinking they would be easier, which they're easy, they're straight cuts, except for when you have to zigzag the puzzle pieces. But I started with the trickier things first, which were little guitars. You had to cut the shape of the guitar out and then cut the puzzle pieces apart. There's a little hint. So yes, I just could not do anymore. It was 9:30 and I'm like, I'm done. I looked at my husband, I said, I can't do one more set. I just can't. So I left it on my little end table by the couch to cut out tonight. That's the only prep thing I have to do. And then I'm going to make sure that everything works right. I need to charge my spectrums, which I have those with me. I wanted to show those to my AP because I had mentioned them to him the other day. And most people don't know what they are. I didn't know what they were until the Spectrum company contacted me. But they are the coolest thing since sliced bread. So I'm so happy to share them again. There is a video about them if you're interested. It was sponsored by them. And they wanted me to show how I would use them in the classroom, which I did. But I didn't show this because this was going to be a surprise. So this is like part 2 of spectrums. So I'm super excited to use the spectrums in my breakout. Yeah. And also, if you, like I said yesterday, if you're interested in doing my breakout, I have an alternative to the spectrum. So don't think that you have to go out and spend over $100 for that, because there is a much less expensive alternative if you're not in the market for spectrums quite yet. It wouldn't be quite as cool, but it would work. It would do the job. So there you go. Oh, I'm on my way to school. It is 5 till 7 and I'm halfway to the turnoff. So I'm probably 10 minutes away, 12 minutes away right now, which is good. I've been leaving a little earlier because I haven't had to do my hair. It's been pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Been pretty nice to just like brush my hair and slap a hat on top of it. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to get up a little earlier because picture day, and I haven't had a haircut for a while, so it's looking a little crazy. Just gonna be longer in these pictures, which whatever, it's fine. It'll be in the yearbook, whatever. It's okay. But then I'll be changing my hair for Rock Your School Day. Yes. Last night, no, 2 nights ago, so Monday night, I had this epiphany. I always get these ideas sort of last minute. Like this wasn't totally last minute because I'm not doing this stuff till tomorrow, but a little bit last minute when you start planning like in July. I decided that I wanted to create a place value song. Yes. Use my music degree, use my love for music, and my karaoke mic, oh yes, to create a place value song. And did this happen? Oh yes it did. Oh yeah. So I have a place value song to share with you tomorrow. I will give you a little clue. It is to the tune of the Queen song, We Will Rock You. I'm super excited to share it with my kids and whoever's around because I think it turned out cool. I'm happy about it. I'm kind of proud of it. So not like I'm gonna hit the top 40 or anything, but it's a cute little song. I was inspired by Hope King from Get Your Teach On. She does a lot of, and Wade, she does a lot of changing the lyrics to popular tunes to make learning songs out of them, which is so cool. And I thought, ooh, that would be right up my alley. Really, really fun. Marielle really liked that too. And she actually got to go to a music session where they did that. They kind of taught them how to do that. I didn't get to go to that one because it was at the same time as another one. Well, that is okay. Maybe next time. So I saw a Facebook post on the Get Your Teach On Facebook site, and it was under like the 4th grade teachers, I don't know, post or whatever. There's a lot, like, there isn't a separate site for that, but there's like I guess there were separate posts for different grade levels to give each other ideas in that grade level. Well, I just happened to see Buddy Ellie had commented on it, so I popped on there, and she said, and I'm not even kidding you, we never talked about this, nothing. She's going to be doing not place value, but writing, and she's planning on creating a song to the tune of We Will Rock You. Isn't that cool? I had to comment on that. I'm like, girl, I'm doing the same thing with place value. Oh my gosh, how crazy. We never discussed it. We do text quite often and chat with each other. Never came up. Well, because I didn't come up with the idea till Monday. And then last night, I see that she's going to do something with writing with We Will Rock You. And I'm like, oh, so they're going to be rockin' writers. So I cannot wait to see what she does. I'm so excited. I have like barely any like peripheral vision in this hat. I have to be really careful. I'm so excited to see what everybody is doing tomorrow for Rock Your School Day, because it's a national thing. Like, people around the country are doing this. There might even be people around the world doing this, because we had people from other countries at the Get Your Teach On conference. So I'm hoping that some of them join in too. All right, Rock Your School Day 9/19/19 coming your way tomorrow. Good afternoon. It is lunchtime. Whew, I've been running around. Half my lunch is over, so I need to hurry up. But I wanted to show you what we did this morning. Whew, I just ran up the stairs. Okay. In our reading response notebooks, we did verbs and not verbs. And before we did that, I had each student think of an action word in their head. Then I had each of them stand up and show it, and we had to guess what it was. That was really fun. They enjoyed that. Then they worked on this, and I had them color the verbs and then leave the other ones not colored. So colored and not colored. Yeah. Did that on purpose. I put my directions up here for those that forgot what to do, and had them write the date. So we'll see if they remembered. For math, we represented numbers, 3-digit numbers. Try that again. For math, we represented 3-digit numbers by drawing blocks. So we would draw, I erased it already, but I had the square for the flat 100. I had a stick for the tens, tower, column, train, whatever you want to call that. And then I use a dot for the ones instead of having them draw squares, because that takes forever. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I just have them dot. So they do sticks and dots and squares. All right, and then I showed you what we did for our reading response for our reader's workshop. And that's what it's called, yeah. We identified verbs. And then for power hour, we were counting on to add. And I have this little, I think I can show you. Yes. This is from the iReady online toolbox that you have to purchase a subscription for. There we go. And this was one of the centers that they had in there. So they have below level, on level, and above level center games. So yeah, this was good practice. So before they did this with a partner, they got to each have a roll with our inflatable die. So I had the green one, and I gave my buddy teacher the blue one. Sorry, everything's backwards. And she took hers out into the hallway, and I had mine in here, and they had whiteboards, and I put 6 number sentences on the board for them to copy onto their whiteboards with the blanks for the numbers, and then each student got to come up and roll for the counting on number. Then we had to solve it, so I made sure that all 11 students got to do that. Then I just had them work with the person across from them. We had one group of 3. And they're like, we didn't get to finish because we ran out of time, which actually that's a good thing, because we can always do more the next day. So I said, oh, we'll just play it again tomorrow. And I'll use bigger numbers, because this is the on-level one for my group. And it actually comes with number cards. It was cards 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, yeah, I think we're ready for moving on, because my kids seem to be really quick at those, and I wanted them to use their strategies. And so I did have cubes out for them too, which I also put them away, but just a little the linking cubes or the snap cubes. There were trains of 10s because I had that already ready for a game that my class had played. So I got them out in case the students wanted to use them to help count on, because as you see, it's counting on cube trains. So if they wanted that as an extra support, they could grab a bag of cubes. Several of them did, and that's great. That's a strategy. Eventually, we're going to work toward mental math, but we have to get there first, right? Yes. Whew, I just feel like, all right, and let's see. I have a list of students that need to do iReady Math this afternoon, and the other students will be working on iReady Reading. There, I think I'm calmed down now. I'm making some more slides because my little intervention group for literacy, we need more practice in the silent E, changing the vowel sound. We were having a hard time with that yesterday. So I'm like, I'm gonna make some more word cards to project so they can get used to seeing them and reading them. So whenever I would show the word, like the word rip, they're great at short vowels, but when we got to the silent E on the end, even though we'd practice, that's my lunch beeping, they would say, like, instead of ripe, they'd say rippy. Cop to cope was cop to copy. I'm like, okay, we need to work on this another day. So we're gonna see how we do today, and that will guide what I do tomorrow, because we don't do this on Fridays. Fridays are shortened days because we have PLCs in the afternoon and students get out early on Friday. Friday is our early release day. A lot of schools do Wednesdays. That's typical. The district right next to us does Wednesdays. We do Fridays. So that is why. But I can't plan very far ahead with my intervention groups because I need to be letting them guide me into what we need to do next. So that's what we're doing there. This afternoon is reading groups, and right after lunch, of course, is rest and read. We'll read some more Frannie K. Stein, Invisible Fran, which is book 3, and we're getting close to being finished, so I'm sure we'll finish it by tomorrow. Probably not today, but definitely I think by tomorrow. And after a couple chapters of that, we have recess, and after recess is reading groups, and my students will be doing AR and iReady Reading, and then after that, we have the MacBook cart, and that's when we'll do our whole class working on iReady, because we have the cart. We have the cart actually scheduled for an hour, but I only have them on them for 30 minutes because my time is 1:15 to 1:45. I get it at 1, it's back at 2 because you can't schedule in the 15 minutes. So anyway, I only do half an hour. I don't do an hour because that's a lot of screen time at once. After that is our literacy intervention time with the cards I just showed you. And then it's time to pack up and go home. My buddy teacher has the late buses today. I'm gonna grab my lunch real quick. My buddy teacher has the late buses today, but she has a meeting at 3:30 and we won't be done with them by then. So the person across from me, kind of catty corner, is going to help be the sandwich teacher. So she'll be the other slice of bread at the end of our line. She will kind of help, and I'll just go next door to my buddy teacher's room and take over supervising the students until it's time to load the buses. In the meantime, I will be working on inflating these little musical instruments for tomorrow's Awesome Rock Your School Day thing. And I'm looking forward to sharing all of the goodness with you. I'm sure I'll be exhausted by the end of the day, but it will be a good, accomplished, happy exhausted. I always feel really tired out because I've worked extra hard getting things ready. And of course you have to be available for the students because especially this one is the first one that they've done or will do. And so it'll all be new. So I'll have to be guiding them and running around and troubleshooting and things. But it's going to be good. This is what I'm having for lunch today. Yum, pineapple chicken. I'm not going to get much eaten. I'll just eat some more later. That'll be fine. I did eat breakfast this morning, so that's good. Oh my stars. Just feel like right now. But I have a plan, so I'm good. It's all gonna be good. Yes. All right. You're up to date on the day, and I'll catch back up with you at the end of the day, and maybe you can see some of the instruments blown up. and I'm going to charge my spectrums and make sure they're working. I was going to bring things today like the lock boxes and locks and all that stuff, and I even had them packed in a bin. I thought, I'm not ready to bring them today. I want to make sure everything is right tonight before I load everything up and bring it here. So I can have the activities in the boxes already, so I can just set them out. So I will be doing that during plan time tomorrow. Set those things out because we're going to be starting it right after math. And if I have them ready, I can have them at the table and I can just set them out. So, and they actually, I might just leave the boxes on the table because they'll need to go to them in order. And I'm going to probably put like a dot sticker on them and number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make it easier. And oh, that's right, I need to dig out the books from my closet. Okay, wish me luck. If you don't see me later, you'll know that I perished trying to get in there. I just need to find the one box in the pile. It's toward the front, so that's good. But there's stuff on top of it. I can do it. It's really not as bad as it looks. There's just a lot of little things on top. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And honestly, if worse comes to worse, I will go buy a new box because it might be worth it to save my physical safety. We'll just see. Plus, I need to either run to Dollar Tree or Walmart or something and get some little treats to put in the prize. The last box is like the prize one, where everyone will get something. So I'll have a little bag of goodies for each group. Okay, my alarm just went off. So I'm going to eat a few bites and go get my class. All right, I'll talk to you later. I'm headed back to the town where I live. I'm going to stop by Walmart and get a new toolbox because I just didn't have time to look for the one I have somewhere buried in my closet. Yep, I'm just too tired. And also that one already has stuff in it from my Monsters Inc. breakout. So I kind of don't want to have to move that stuff to another place. So it's okay, I'll just get another one, it'll be fine. So I'm also going to look for some treats to put in there. And then I'm probably going to stop by Dollar Tree because that's after Walmart on my way home and see if they have Pop Rocks because I think that'll be awesome. So we're going to do that too. And then I'm going to go home and relax for a while after I feed the cats. Don't need to cook tonight because I cooked last night. So I got cheese ravioli and then I had Italian meatballs and pasta sauce. So that was really good. So we've got leftovers of that. Plus, I still have some leftovers from Applebee's. Since I ate the dinner I made last night, I still have leftovers for tonight. So I may do that. Oh my goodness, it's just so hot. And we had a fire drill today, an unannounced one. So thankfully, it was at the tail end of my kids' recess, and I was getting ready to go get them anyway. So the alarm went off just like a minute before it's time for our recess to be over. So sorry, I had a funny look on my face because there's a pickup truck in the other lane and there is stuff flying out of the back of it like everywhere. I don't know if it's leaves or what, but that is not how you're supposed to clean out the bed of your truck. My goodness. Anyway, fire drill was super hot. It takes a while for everybody to get back inside, but we were not late getting to reading groups and things, so that was good. My kids got to do AR, iReady, reading groups, everything. We fit everything in today. I'm like, yes, this is how it's supposed to be. Yay! My little literacy group, they just enjoy what we're doing, and I'm so glad because if they weren't enjoying it, it would not be fun at all. It would be really, really hard. So I try to make it fun. Yesterday we worked on CBC words and then CBCE words, or short vowel words that change to long vowel words with the silent E, like hat changes to hate when you add the silent E. So I made another set of slides with another set of words because yesterday we weren't quite getting it. So we went over it again today with different words, and they're getting it a little better, but it's still tricky. So we're going to do like another version of it tomorrow, and we might need to do something on a paper or a whiteboard or something, probably whiteboards, where they can show me the words. I want them to write the word, like if I say hat, I want them to write that. And then I'll say, add the silent E. On the count of 3, say the word. So we'll be doing the same type of a thing as reading the slides, but they'll be actually writing the words too. So maybe that will actually help them, like put it in their minds that when they add that E, it makes the other sound. We'll see. I stayed a little bit in my classroom to work on blowing up my inflatable musical instruments. So I have 4 guitars, 3 microphones, and a keyboard right now. I am at the city limits, and I'm gonna go to Walmart, and whatever I find I'll show you, and then I'll show you what I get from Dollar Tree also. So I'll see you in just a little bit. All right, I had success at Walmart. So I wasn't sure what size toolbox I needed according to the hole for the, whatever you call that part of a lock, the hasp I think it's called, I don't know for sure. You know, the part that it hangs from. So I got 2 different sizes of boxes, thinking I would just take the other one back that didn't work. And I got Smarties and some Dum Dum Pops. And then I went to Dollar Tree and I got some Pop Rocks crackling gum. I think that's gonna be really cool. And I got some corn nuts for me and some sour gummy bears. Marielli got me hooked on those in Dallas. I'm loving them. So I had to get a little package of those. I'm headed home now. Traffic is really slow because there's a tractor. Yes, you heard me right, friends. A tractor holding up the whole string of cars. And it's 10 till 5, so this is like rush hour for us. Woo, 10 cars, rush hour. But eventually I will be home. Caitlin had texted me earlier at school asking when I'd be home, and I said 4:45. So it'll be close. Not quite 4:45, but I didn't get to town till like 4:25. So I thought running to Walmart and Dollar Tree was pretty good in like 15-20 minutes. I will show you what I got and then I'll say goodnight. All right, I'm in my driveway. I just wanted to start by showing you, here's one of the boxes that I got. And then here's the other one. They're significantly different in size. This is more like the size of the Dollar Tree ones. But you know the little hole for the lock? I just was not sure if that was big enough. This one is much bigger, the box and the hole, so we'll see. I got a big bag of Smarties because you can do all sorts of things with them besides just giving them candy. You can use them for game pieces. Got my husband some almonds. He loves to snack on those. I got these because these will be my color groups for the teams. So these are going to be like bracelets that they won't lose. So I'll have a purple team, a pink team, an orange team, a yellow team, and a green team. I think that's how it goes. There might be a blue team. I don't know. I have CD cases that are different colors, so I'm going to match them to these. I don't remember now. My brain is gone. Let's see. I got a package of Dum Dum Pops. This is the perfect time to get candy because there's candy coming out the wazoo at Halloween time. Actually, the best time to get it is after Halloween, so I'll probably stock up then. Got some mounds because Caitlin and I like mounds. I also got a mug that I can't show you right now, but I'll have to show you another time. Okay, here's what I got from Dollar Tree. Look, Pop Rocks 3-pack crackling gum. That's gonna be fun. There's my sour gummies and my corn nuts. All right, I'm heading in. Gonna get my stuffs together and then relax because, ugh, this girl's tired. All right, I'll catch you tomorrow. Whew. Good afternoon. It's lunchtime. I just dropped my kids off. We have a special lunch today. So the students that were chosen like a student of the week, we call a terrific kid, get to sit at a special table on the stage. We got to take our bucket of tickets and they will draw names out of that. And I think the kids get to spin a prize wheel, and there's just various things on there. Oh my goodness. Whew, it's been a whirlwind day, but it has been such a good day. I'm so excited. It's been boom, 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 because, you know, most days are like that, but Fridays are super fast. I didn't eat much of my breakfast, so that's what I'm gonna have for lunch, along with some apple crisp from the kitchen. Okay, I totally forgot that I have a friend that will be gone for 2 weeks. So crud, but I got things ready for them. We filled up our star jar. So we're gonna have our first party next Friday. The kids are so excited, oh my gosh. So before we went to music, my class lined up, and they lined up so nicely that I gave them the 6 stars that were like the extras. So we had 16 that we needed to earn, but you only need 10 to get it from a compliment. If that makes sense. So they didn't need to earn 2 full compliments, but they lined up so nicely. I said, hey guys, you lined up so nicely. I did not have to remind them. They just lined up quietly, and it was great. I was like, oh, because that doesn't usually happen. Usually one person is still chitter-chattering when they're in line. So I was so impressed. So I gave them those 6 stars. And I said, oh my goodness, guys, we only need 1 more compliment to fill our jar. And they were so excited. Well, we got to music, and there was a substitute, and I thought, we don't know what's going to happen. I'm like, I think they're going to be fine. This class is pretty good. So I didn't really think that would matter so much to them. Not that we don't love our music teacher. Of course we do. But I'm saying I don't think their behavior would be much different without someone there. So when I went to pick them up, the guest teacher said they were amazing. She said they were so good. They were so quiet. And I'm like, oh. And I looked at them and I went, you got your last compliment. And they were like, and they did not scream or yell or anything. They were just like, I was so happy. I was so proud of them. I'm like, oh my goodness. So after we did ketchup and pickles time, which is where the kids caught up on their iReady minutes, their AR goal, and man, I was just, I was having to keep track of so many things. I was running from my computer and telling a kid, okay, you can switch off of iReady and go to AR. Okay, you can switch off of iReady reading and go to iReady math, because I was watching their minutes. I kept refreshing my page. I kept setting my phone timer so that I wouldn't forget to check, because like every 6 or 7 minutes, if a kid was real close to their minutes, I would check, because that gave them time to do another lesson usually. So most everybody got caught up. We couldn't just do that all day long. I mean, some kids are pretty far behind in their goals, so they're just going to need to do extras through the week. There's the microwave. Okay, now, I don't know if it's warm enough. We'll see. It'll probably be fine. Oh no, that was not warm. It's still very cold. So we'll do some more. Anyway, so I always put everyone's name up on the board, and I let them all choose what kind of party they'd like to have. Then we take the top 3 choices, and then we vote. And then whatever gets the most votes is what we have for our party. So they chose a PJs and electronics / games / toys party, which we had several of those last year. Maybe it's warm this time. Let's check. Oh yeah, there's steam. Can you see that? Probably not. I think it's good and warm this time. Yeah, just boomerang, boomerang, boomerang. Okay, let that down. Now I need to let it cool just a little bit. Okay, that is okay. Oh, sorry. I feel like I'm just going because I probably am. So I'm going to slow down a little. All right. So anyway, as we were choosing the party, my little guy that's going to be gone looked kind of sad, and I wasn't even thinking. And after we chose what party we wanted, then they finally got to do, I think I said finally. They finally got to do Friday Fun Club. I was thinking about that word, which they just call it Friday Club in 2nd grade, but I did Friday Fun Club in 1st grade, and I just cannot get that phrase out of my head, no matter how much I try. So I call it Friday Fun Club. Anyway, so they got to do that, which this is the first time all year we've done it, because we just have overshot our time every Friday, and other things have gotten in the way, but that's okay. They were super excited. I got to explain everything to them. They got to do their little stations and whatever they wanted to do. And the one little boy came up and he said, I'm not going to be here for the party on Friday. And I went, oh, that's right. You're going to be gone for 2 weeks, aren't you? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, crap, I forgot. So I went, go grab your math book for me, please. So he grabbed his math book, and I tore out 8 lessons, because we don't do lessons on Fridays. That's my review day for the week of lessons. So I did 8 lessons for him for 2 weeks worth of work. And then I had him choose some Reading A to Z books that he wanted. I went on the Reading A to Z site, which we have a subscription to. And I just had him look through the books on his reading level, like what he would have in reading groups. And he chose of these 6 books. Actually 7. I had him choose 7 because I thought if there's one he didn't really like that much, or it was kind of wah, then he had a dud book and he would need another one. So he's got 7 books. Plus I'm going to try to put one of these little mini comprehension books with each one. And I told him, I already talked to him and I said, would you like one of these for your books? And he said, yeah. I said, okay. And if you end up not wanting to do the little book, that's fine. You can just read the book. That you don't have to do this thing with it. But it'll be practicing the skills that we would be working on in reading groups. So he chose a variety of books. He has a volcano book, a Hawaii volcano book, Dr. Martin Luther King book, Jack-o'-lanterns, coding camp, Beyond the 5 Senses, The Executive Branch. He wants to learn more about the White House and how it works. And Earth's Water. So mostly nonfiction. There's one fiction because who doesn't like coding? We've already done one thing of coding. So awesome. So when they come back from lunch, we will do a bubblegum science experiment that uses the scientific method. And I got it from my friend Marielle from Pencils and Magic Wands from her TpT store. I will link it below for you. And I will show you what it looks like. Where did I put it? I think I put it in my science drawer. Let me be right back. Through the magic of TV, here I am, poof. Okay, here it is, the little booklet. I love how she did it. Booklets are the way to go, man. So this one's mine. I printed it at home. You can tell there's a slight difference in the pink. This is the pink from school. This is the pink from home. Because this is Astrobrites, and this is a different company's version of Astrobrites, which, who cares? And then I've got some bubble gum. I have 2 packs of these. I'm probably only needed 1, but that's okay. And when, I get here and I totally forgot to bring my scale, my electronic scale, which I do have one in my closet, but we all know the closet is just not happening right now. So there was no way I was going to dig through it. So I put out kind of like an SOS distress call email to everyone in the building. And I said, does anyone have an electronic food scale I can use? And I even asked like the kitchen, I asked the nurse, I went around and asked my 2nd grade teamies and nobody had one. They're like, no, we don't have one of those. Okay. One of my firstie friends had one and sent it up with a student. And I was like, who's your teacher? And they told me, and I was like, oh my gosh, your teacher's amazing. So I sent an email right away thanking her publicly, all through the school anyway. And so I'm super excited because you have to weigh your gum. So you're noting the change that happens in the gum to its weight, its size, and everything. So they're gonna love it. They really look forward to all kinds of things sciencey. So I'm super, super excited about that. Then after our science, we will have our amazing reading teacher come and do the co-teaching lesson with us. And she's reading the book, I'm Bored. And they're going to be writing about a time when they were bored. All right, I'm gonna go get some stuff done. I'm gonna snarf down some of my breakfast / lunch, brunch, I guess. And I will check back in with you at the end of the day.